Welcome back to the MVP podcast, the people show where we talk about the most valuable players in the world of sports. My name is B-man. I'm here with Nayim, the dream boss. It's back. It's back, baby. It's back.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that football's back.
Thank God, man. Thank God. So we made it a point to pick certain games to watch, and then we're going to go ahead with that. But before we do that, I need to say two things. Number one, I'm going to drop Sosa's line, which is if you like the video, you should like the video. And the second one is that we've actually started a Fantasy Premier League. Everyone has joined. We've got loads of people that have joined. If you want to join us, then I'm going to put it right here. Make sure you use the correct code. If you're struggling, we will put the links down below. Let's get started. Arsenal versus Fulham. London derby. I don't know if you really want to call it a London derby, but nevertheless, what did you make of that name?
Yeah, it was a good game. I thought Arsenal came out. Gabriel looked solid. He made a little mistake in the first 5 minutes, but apart from that, he looked solid. He looked worth every penny. He gave Arsenal some assuredness at the back, which, like, between me and you and every single person in the world that watches football, Arsenal have been shaky at the back, man, since a long time. So just to see that, it was quite impressive. I thought that the front three were good. I thought Lacazette's movement was brilliant. I was really impressed with Lacazette's movement. And Willian just slotted straight in, 3 assists. You know, Mourinho, Lampard, they're all probably thinking, what the hell, man? Where did that come from? It was a good performance. It was a very good performance.
Yeah. I'm really, really low on Arsenal. You know this by now already, right? Because I feel like they are a team that are still living on like their past and a glory, if you want to call it that, just as much with Manchester United. But nevertheless, they look good today. They really, really, really look good today. And I always said, defending is not the defender's job. Defending is the team's job. You can't expect 4 players at the back to do everything. And I don't know what Arteta's done, but they look so much better at the back.
Yeah, 100%.
And I enjoyed it. I have a few issues with the team, and I think Fulham kind of masked that because Fulham is not a team that could really push them. But I think if they were to be a better team that had a 4-3-3 formation with 3 really good midfielders, I think that they would struggle against that. But this is not the time to be negative for them because I thought they were amazing today, man. They were amazing.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 formation allows it kind of broke the Fulham formation down, and you know the inside men. It basically just took Fulham's outside men out the game completely. So you know, Fulham first game is going to be hard. Arsenal's not an easy team, even though they've had troubles away, but they looked assured, man. And you know, Obama, you get me? Troops is gone, man. Troops has gone to America now. He's got his own thing going on.
Has he?
Yeah, with Barstool Sports, in it. So if you need a pundit, Arsenal, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I don't mind taking the gig. About my blood clot. Yeah,
no one could take a spot, man. No one could take a spot, man. But it's okay. So let's break down the game for a second, right? Let's break the game down. They scored 3 goals. They looked good, but what in particular really impressed you about this Arsenal performance today?
I think, you know, you can't read too much into one game, like you say, but I think just the assuredness at the back. Like Kieran Tierney was solid at the back, and he's not even a centre-back. He was playing on the left of the 3. I thought Ainsley Maitland-Niles was okay as well. Gabriel looks good. Just the assuredness, you just felt comfortable. You didn't feel like Arsenal were going to concede today. There weren't very many chances created, and I thought the Arsenal widemen kind of stopped the production coming in. So that's why I was really impressed with that from Arsenal today.
Good. Do you know what impressed me? Just like you, the defending is what comes first because that's been their biggest problem for years now. It's really easy to blame Mustafi when he has got no protection in front of him.
Yeah.
Now that the team is given at least some type of protection, that is a massive bonus. But I think the ball movement was extremely positive today. Everything was quick. No one was holding on to the ball. It was just move, 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 and try and create space somehow. I think there were moments where I felt like maybe Arsenal are really struggling to actually get it right in the final third. In that first half, they weren't that clinical. They were much better in the second half. But again, and I know I said I shouldn't focus on the negative side of this, but I believe if they had a better team playing against them, they would struggle more. I don't like the fact that they've only got 2 midfielders in the middle. I don't know about that, Nayim. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think that was only a one-off. I think because Ceballos wasn't fit. Obviously, Torreira wasn't there. I think he was injured, I believe. So I think that's not going to be what Arsenal do going forward. I think that was just a one-off today because you don't see Arsenal playing with just 2 midfielders. So I think they'll switch that as the next game and the next game after that goes on.
Do you think Ceballos is the answer, though? Do you think Ceballos in the middle makes it better?
Because you got Xhaka and El Neni are your holders, and I was worried that they wouldn't be able to create enough. But obviously, the front three played really well and the defense played really well, so you didn't really see that problem, ever come to fruition. But when Ceballos is in there, he's the one who's pinging the ball around, making people, like a puppet on puppet strings, just moving everyone around, and he did that last season really well, especially towards the end after lockdown. He was superb. So I think he's the answer. You wouldn't have brought a guy like that back on loan. It wasn't a 2-year deal, it was a 1-year deal, and they wanted him back because he was that good. So I think, 100%, I think he's the answer.
Okay, so if you've reached this point, I'll say it again. If you like the video, you should like the video right now. So let's move on to the Liverpool game, right? It is actually just finished. What a madness. What a madness. Does defending exist? Does it exist? It does not exist. And that game was ridiculous. So talk to me about it, Nayim. Talk to me about it.
Do you know what worries me if I'm a Liverpool fan? And I know they're going to say, it's the same defense, blah, 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 blah. But this team was steamrolling teams last year. And I just think of my own team, like Rashford, Martial, the blistering pace they've got. And if Sancho comes, for example, Sancho, Gabriel Jesus, Aguero, the people who are good at moving off the ball and can get in space, they're going to feast on this Liverpool defence because this was Leeds United. Okay, Leeds United were the best team last year in the Championship. But some of them goals, getting in behind Van Dijk, behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. I've always said Alexander-Arnold, the best going forward. He's shocking going back. Van Dijk covers a lot of what he does. When Liverpool fans disagree all you want, it's true. Andy Robertson's good going both ways, good forward and back. Andy Robertson didn't play too bad. But the spacing behind, man, wow. And Leeds, I've been saying it on the group chat as well, Leeds to me look like a more clued up Norwich. They can play going forward. Norwich looked really good in the early part of the season. They've got skills. They've got players who can, move past the ball, score. Defensively, you do worry. But I think Leeds will do enough this season to stay up.
I think they showed that they can score goals. What they didn't show us is that they can defend. And if you cannot defend, then I don't want to hear it. But I am happy to see Marco Bielsa in the league finally. You've heard so many stories about him, the whole going to scout the other team and all the antics like that. Jose Mourinho, when he first came into the Premier League kind of vibes, it gives you that. So I'm happy to have him there. I don't want to press the panic button yet with Liverpool. I think they're still the best team in the country. The problem is this, Nayim, is that last year I said when they didn't buy anyone, and there's a funny stat about that I'll tell you in a second. When they didn't buy anyone last season, I said you cannot rerun the same script and expect the same results. It doesn't work like that. But for Liverpool, it did. Yeah. Now, Klopp is looking to do that again, especially if this whole Thiago situation doesn't actually plan out the way that they want it to. I still think, even if they don't make any signings, I still think Liverpool are good enough to win the title. Even after this performance, I don't read too much into this.
Yeah, I don't read too much into the performance. I just think there's holes there which teams like, I think of my own team that would want to feast on those areas. Yeah. Now, I think we're stronger than them in midfield. I think just behind. We've got so much pace and we've caused so many problems. I think that's an area where you should target, and I think they will target. Big teams like Ziyech and Werner, pacey guys, Pulisic, they'll be attacking that. They'll be feasting on that, even though that defense is good. But again, like you, it's too much. It's too early. You can't read too much into it. I thought that Liverpool going forward, they didn't click, but they scored 4 goals. Yeah, 4. In fact, all 4 goals were from set pieces. I'm just watching it again. It's the highlights are on the back, and all 4 goals were from set pieces. Because one was from a penalty, then it was from a corner, a free kick, then a corner, then a free kick, then a penalty.
Okay, yeah. I give you that.
Yeah.
The third goal though was a free kick, but the guy did this. I don't know who in their right state of mind tries to head it backwards, but give or take.
I think it still kind of falls in the free kick because it's the first clearance.
I give it.
But that's what impresses me about Liverpool. And again, to your point, I still think they're the best team in the country. But I think with the squad they've got, it's going to be a more grueling campaign because there's going to be more games in a shorter space of time. Plus the Euros people are going to be looking to. So people on the bench are going to be itching. Like Origi is going to want to play for Belgium as that second striker. If he's on the bench all the time, is he going to get put ahead of someone else? Like Dries Mertens, for example. So there's going to be that debate and that argument. I think they have to strengthen. I think they just need 1 or 2 players, fresh faces, just to inject that into the squad. And I think they will be head and shoulders above everybody else. Right now, they're just tipping Man City for me. I still think Man City is probably going to win the league. But if I looked at it from day one, I think they are just above Man City right now at this moment in time.
Can we have a word about Mohamed Salah? Let's have a word about him. Let's talk about him for a moment, right? Let's talk about him for a moment. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans don't really like him, right?
What?
No, I swear to God, if there was, from all the Liverpool fans that I know, they've said if they had to sell someone, it would be Mohamed Salah, right?
Okay.
And that's when I started this whole agenda of, is he actually underrated now? Because people don't want him. But the guy scores goals, and he attracts attention. Why would you ever even consider trying to get rid of a player that does so much for you? Even though, yes, occasionally, and including today, he can be a little bit selfish.
Yeah, I've always had the agenda against him. He's a ball hog. I think it started when he was chasing that goal to break a record.
Yeah.
And there was a long stretch of games where he didn't score and he was selfish. And I started that agenda then. I always think he's a bit of a ball hog, but he attracts attention. Like in basketball, he's worthy of a double team. He's worthy of putting a man on him and another man covering for that man, just like Sadio Mane. I was actually, while I was watching the game, I was thinking, because I was thinking, we're going to do this podcast a little bit later on. So who is Liverpool's most valuable player? Who is Liverpool's MVP?
Ooh.
And I think I was torn between Virgil van Dijk and Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Because I think what Virgil van Dijk brought to them, it gave them that calmness that ended up winning them the title. But then Sadio Mane is that guy. He's electric. He runs off the wing. He plays down the middle. He gets goals. He's unselfish. And then I was thinking, I would then put Salah with Alisson. Maybe Salah, then Alisson. I think that's where my ranking system goes for Liverpool's MVPs. Yeah, I think if you look at it logically, you would pick Salah or Mane as the best attacking player.
Yes.
And then you would probably say Van Dijk's probably more important than the second one because of what he's done. So I think Salah fits in third for me. But to your point about selling him, absolutely no chance.
Absolutely.
That team glues together really well. All 11 players, they glue together really well. Even though I think he's trash, even Henderson, I don't know how FIFA given Henderson the same rating as Paul Pogba. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's Pogba's been injured for way too long. He's been
86, man. Come on. FIFA, they do things on talent. Like they gave Lukaku 86. Come on, bro. 34 goal Lukaku.
You have to prove it, man. Henderson. Bro, you have to prove it. You have to prove your rating. We cannot judge you on a year.
All he's done is pass sideways. He's like to the left, to the left.
Oh, no, I agree.
Right, to the right. You get me? That's all he's done.
No, I was talking about Paul Pogba in particular.
Oh, I was talking about Henderson.
Henderson, do you know what? It's out there. I don't really rate him so much. I don't think he offers as much as what the pundits and the Liverpool fans are telling us. But at the end of the day, they are a winning team, and he's part of the puzzle. So I have to show props.
Can I put something out there?
Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, if Liverpool weren't winning, I would take Jack Grealish over Henderson. I think Jack Grealish is better than Henderson. He offers more to the team than Henderson does. I'm telling you. It's because he fits in the DNA and the formula that he's good for that team. But trust me, Jack Grealish, Declan Rice, Mason Mount, I would pick all these guys over Jordan Henderson. 100%. All day, every day.
The taste in my mouth
100%.
is gone.
Mr. Clipman, whoever Mr. Clipman is today, cut this clip. I'm sending this to all the Liverpool boys. I'm sending it to all the Liverpool boys.
You're making me sick. Grealish, you know.
I'm auditioning for AFTV, man.
Anyway, yo, Nayim, we're going to have to put a stop to it there. Like I said already, if you like the video, you should like the video. If you enjoyed it, we'll be back again soon, so you can enjoy it some more, and we'll be back again soon. Peace.
Peace out, man.